I'm going to take you through the exact process of how I learn, and also, like, you know, so you can listen to the thing is this, right? So with something like this, at least for right now, I wanted some practical steps to take away. This is a very long podcast. So what I did was I didn't actually start listening to it like normal. I go straight down for Huberman. He's always got the timestamps here. I go straight down and look for where he's put tool. Now, a lot of YouTubers or anything don't do this, but Andrew Huberman specifically, this is like probably the most valuable channel on YouTube ever, in my opinion. And he does this all the time. They put tool. So tool essentially for him means practical application. You can do this right now. You just need to watch this video. All of the other bits are like, okay, deep scientific stuff. You need to understand the terms and stuff. And maybe if this is serious for you, you'll want to watch that. But I found the first like tool and I clicked on that and we can watch it.
Ovaries are the so-called gonads. The testes, of course, reside outside of the body. There are instances where the testes fail to descend during development. Certainly, if the testes don't descend on time, that's something that doctors need to be made aware of, the pediatrician to be made aware of, because that can prevent fertility. Why would that be? Well, it turns out that the testes reside outside the body in the scrotum because the temperature conditions under which spermatogenesis can occur and under which healthy sperm can be maintained are very restricted and is approximately 2 degrees cooler than the rest of the body. This is very important. Now, I think this is something that used to be discussed a lot more, but isn't discussed so much these days. But keeping the testes cool enough doesn't necessarily mean keeping them cold, although there is a place for using cold exposure, deliberate cold exposure, to improve sperm quality and number, and perhaps even testosterone levels. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But keeping the testes about 2 degrees cooler than the rest of the body is absolutely key. If sperm get too hot, they die. And if spermatocytes, the cells that give rise to sperm, get too warm, well, then oftentimes the sperm that develop are not healthy. Not healthy in a number of ways. Either they can't engage in fast forward progression, and that is swimming, or they will lack the ability to deposit their DNA contents within the egg. So again, whatever is contained in the ejaculate is going to be a mixture of different sperm qualities, and sperm of different ages will impact the quality, but also the temperature under which those sperm developed is going to impact their quality. And so we're going to get into tools a little bit later, as I mentioned, but just to give you a simple takeaway, if you are hoping to conceive in the next 90 days, right, the spermatogenesis cycle takes 60 days, but then the sperm actually have to migrate from the testicle into the so-called epididymis, which is a related structure, and then into the vas deferens, and then into the urethra, where it can be part of the ejaculate. In order for sperm to do all that properly, undergo that maturation, and then exit in ejaculate in a way that's healthy, or that the sperm is healthy, if you plan to conceive children, or to try and conceive children in the next 90 days, you definitely want to avoid exposing your testicles, that is your scrotum, to elevated temperatures. So that means definitely avoiding hot tubs, definitely avoiding hot baths. Now, a brief hot bath or hot tub or hot shower isn't going to be a problem, although...
So I heard this, right? So this is like the first thing. That's one practical thing. Now, he said if you want to avoid having, you know, children in 90 days or something, I reckon we should probably live like this all the time. If something's killing your sperm, by the way, it's lowering your testosterone. If anything increases your testosterone, it increases your sperm count. If anything increases your sperm count, it usually increases your testosterone. So if something is tanking your sperm count, like he's saying high temperatures are, hot baths are, then it's probably, like he says this in a different video, I'll show you as well. So he said something really practical there.
A related structure, and then into the vas deferens, and then sit in ejaculate in a way that takes 90 days. You definitely want to...
There. So what I do is I click on the share, I press start at this, and I'll copy that. What I'll do is I'll bring it into a Notion page. So this is like a Notion setup right now. This is like a new account I've just made just so I don't leak all of my stuff. But so here, what I'll do is I'll make a new page, or I like to have it in like a new page with this gallery view like that. And I'll just make this about like, I'll call it estrogenics, Huberman, sperm.
Want to reach 10K per month in just 1 year? Well, join the Adonis School. Here we teach young men not only money advice, but also mental, physical, and spiritual health. If you're interested to better your skill level, go to the description and join now to better your life.